They're even right now, Dave. Nobody's got anything coming right now. Oh, they get sideways.
He hit him coming off, and he hit him going in. He used up all of his bumper that time, and I thought that perhaps Earnhardt came off a little early on the gas that time, which is a good way of trying to break the line of the fellow behind you. Here's Waltrip, keeps him straight, but he keeps on tapping. Now Waltrip on the inside. Side by side. Down to the inside.
Oh!
4 cars, there it goes.
There's Bo 9 into the fence. Joe Rudman spins around. Who's going to win the race? Where's Kyle Petty? Darrell Waltrip's alongside of him.
There's the hook. Bang.
Earnhardt came down, caught the right rear of Darrell's car. There's Darrell Waltrip's Chevrolet, and it is torn up.
Gone away.
It's stalled on the back straightaway. It can't go in.
If they get side by side, that would give him white flag.
Dale Jarrett has been the fastest car in qualifying, one of the fastest in practice. Jeff Burton had only 2 fresh tires on that last stop, but he's done everything to keep Jarrett in his mirror. 2 miles to go.
Kim Burton looking on, praying, not breathing much right now. Come on, Jeff, she says.
Wallace trying to line up with Jarrett. Can they make a move? Will Burton give them anywhere to go?
I don't think he will. I think Burton's going to run that perfect line. Jarrett looks to the outside now. Nowhere to go there. Trying the bottom side again.
Jeff Burton won his first Winston Cup race on CBS. He comes off turn 4, and he's going to win the last Winston Cup race on CBS. Jeff Burton over Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, and Mark Martin, winning the Pepsi 400.
500. 1 lap to go. This not only determines who gets in, but where they will start on Sunday.
Certainly, if you have anything left, you put it all to work right now.
Trouble! One car hard in the wall. That may have been Schrader. A vicious right turn into the wall for Schrader. They will race to the checkered flag. And look at this on the back straightaway. Sterling Marlin trying to weave and break the draft.
Exactly what he was doing. He's watching his mirror right now. Dale Jarrett pulled up about a car length as they head down towards the front straightaway.
Still side by side back of the pack. There's your leader. Ahead of Dale Jarrett, Sterling Marlin, whose father won one of these qualifying races, will go to victory lane. Jarrett, Labonte, Spencer, Burton, Cope, and Martin. And 3 wide at the flag come Dallenbach and the Green brothers, which may have been just a little too late. Kenny Schrader, thankfully, is out of his car,
But he might be hurt. He's hurting, that's for sure.
but Ned, that crash was so vicious that just to see Schrader climb out is a great sign.
The Daytona 500. Kenny, how are you?
I'm okay. I knew it'd be okay. I wore my Kenny Walls shirt today.
And ice packs, and what is this yellow thing?
That's a tinge unit. It just shocks. Ooh, it shocks you bad enough that you forget about what hurts. But we had it on, and we had a Copenhagen Bull Rider vest on, and we had a arthroplastic on, and we were geared up for the crash, and it never happened.
What are you going to be like tomorrow?
I'll be a lot happier.
Well, it's not $1 million, Ken Squire, Mike Joy, but Ken Schrader has done a great job today to finish 5th.
Well, he's eligible for that next $1 million bonus as well by finishing in the top 5.
Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, this back straightaway, as they go down the back straightaway, they're heading that way. Here comes Gordon on the inside.
Jeff Gordon in the slipstream of Sterling Marlin, and up the outside comes Dale Jarrett.
Oh, they touched on the back straightaway. Marlin in the middle there, and here comes the 88 car, Dale Jarrett.
And the 28 of Ricky Rudd comes low, trying to sniff a draft off of Gordon. Jarrett to the outside. All that skirmishing left a clear path for Jarrett on the outside.
Oh, trouble.
Rudd in the wall, hard. Schrader in the wall, hard. Jarrett the winner. Gordon second. And Rudd on his roof for the second time in the Bud shootout. Reminiscent of 1984 when his car tumbled in the air. Ricky Rudd, Bobby Labonte wrecked on the final lap. Ken Schrader wrecked. That's Rudd on the bottom in the black car.
Bobby Labonte in the green car on the outside gets touched right there. You see him get crossed up and across into Rudd, turns him sideways. See, Sterling Marlin, he makes evasive action there. He was also involved in that.
And all three drivers are now just passengers.
Bad trouble, bad trouble.
Okay, a terrible crash. Richard Petty's car has turned over 7 or 8 times coming off turn 4 and was just struck by another car. It's one of the most violent accidents we've ever seen at the Daytona International Speedway here as leader Darrell Waltrip squeezes through. Petty's car nosed into the wall and then went sideways and barreled end over end and then side over side time after time. A terrible accident involving the man who has won this race 7 times over the years.
Richard Petty was running in a pack of cars, and the back end starts to go around, and it looks like he might have been tagged by the car number 73 of Phil Barkdahl, and you can see Petty's car just framming and turning over up against the wall, and other cars coming in. There's Barkdahl hitting him as he came by, and the Eddie Beerswall car hitting one of the tires that came off the car.
From another angle. That looks like the crash at Darlington years ago, Ned.
Fortunately, it was staying on the nose of the car for so long, Ken, so it didn't look like it was really taking hard bounces down onto the pavement.
And it dispels some of the energy. You must remind the viewers that these cars are built to take these kind of crashes. And there's Phil Barkdahl hitting the cement wall.
Earnhardt on the inside and Sterling Marlin outside.
And Ernie going with Earnhardt down on the inside. That's going to hit. Oh, he got trouble.
Terrible crash. Front of the field all torn up. Earnhardt's car destroyed. A major crash. Sterling Marlin taking off the gloves. Earnhardt's number 3. Head on into the wall at 190 miles an hour.
He almost got upside down. That car got very high off the ground.
That's Ward Burton there. You can see the.
And they're going to cut him out of the car. And Earnhardt is on his feet. Dale Earnhardt attempting to walk to the ambulance. Never, never doubt that cliche about Dale Earnhardt. One tough customer gives the thumbs up as he walks away from one of the worst incidents in his racing career. Back to the line.
White flag.
White flag and 1 lap to go. Earnhardt coming back on the outside. Bodine gets into it. Strickland gets into it. This is the finish.
Did we say 5 cars had a shot at it? Get ready, because it's coming to the wire. There's Jarrett in front.
Jarrett pulling back in front. Bodine comes down to the inside. Jeff Bodine, the 86 champion, trying to find some room.
Come on, Dale. Go, baby, go. All right, come on. I know he's got it to the floorboard. He can't do any more. Come on, take her to the inside. Don't let him get on the inside of you coming around this turn. Here he comes, Earnhardt. It's the Dale and Dale show as we come off of turn 4. You know who I'm pulling for. It's Dale Jarrett. Bring her to the inside, Dale. Don't let him get down there. He's going to make it. Dale Jarrett's going to win the Daytona 500. All right. Oh, look at Martha. Oh, dear. Oh, can you believe it? Way to go. Oh, hey. Man. Did I teach him to drive that race car? Oh, man.
Oh. You think she'll get out of the van, or are you going to go get her out, Ned?
Oh, that poor girl, she needs help.
Happy Valentine's Day, Mrs. Jarrett.
How many people get to participate in 2 Super Bowls? There he goes. He's won the Super Bowl of stock car racing, Joe Gibbs.
Man.
3 makes in the 500, Chevy, Pontiac, Ford. That's how they run. But Earnhardt has a benefit. There's a slow car up ahead.
And there's trouble coming off of turn 2. Some cars get strangled. It might be this. Whoever gets back to the start-finish line, they'll get the white and the yellow together.
Lake Speed and John Andretti tangle as the leaders head for turn number 3. Andretti and Spencer got together.
This could be the Daytona 500. Bobby Labonte goes to the outside.
Labonte up high. Earnhardt uses the lap car of Rick Mast as a pick. 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500. Finally, the most anticipated moment in racing. If John Elway can win the Super Bowl, Dale Earnhardt said he could win the Daytona 500. And if he comes around under caution to complete this final lap, the taste of long-awaited victory will be his. Checkered flag. Dale Earnhardt finally is a champion of the Daytona 500. Look out on pit road. Every man on every crew has come out to the edge of pit lane to congratulate the man who has dominated everything there is to win in this sport, except this race, until today. There goes the grass.
Yeah, goodbye.
A smoke show. Well, the fellow who drives his Craftsman truck, Ron Hornaday, likes to do when he celebrates a victory. And now, look at that throng. Can he get to victory lane from here?
He's going to have a lot of help from a lot of security people to get there, it looks like.
I want to hear what he has to say.
Don't worry. He's won at this racetrack 30 times. He, better than anyone, knows the way.
The Cale Yarborough, the white flag is out. 1 lap to go. This is it, last lap.
Stand by for a finish. Two of the greatest fiddling here, fidgeting with first place. Passing some of the stragglers in the last lap. Trying to take it home. It's all come down to this. Out of turn 2, Donnie Allison in first. Where will Cale make his move? He comes to the inside. Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They drive in the turn. They're hitting the wall. They're head on the wall. They slide down to the inside. Let's watch those third place cars. They're out of it. Who is going to win it? Coming down. Third place. They're coming around for the finish. Between A.J. Foyt and Richard Petty. Down the back straightaway come the leaders now. 2 cars are out. In the backstretch are the leaders. Watching for the leaders to, they're still up in turns 3 and 4. The leaders are up in turns 3 and 4. Coming down, Richard Petty is now pulling out in front. Darrell Waltrip is in second. A.J. Foyt is in third. Here they come. Waltrip trying to slingshot. Petty is out in front at the line. Waltrip to the inside. Petty wins it. Down on pit road, it has gone crazy. The Petty crew is out there jumping up and down. Petty has won it.
Richard Petty has won his 6th Daytona 500, and the crowd here are going absolutely mad.
Richard Petty, the great master, has just recorded his 186th career, and there's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison. The tempers overflowing. They're angry. They know they have lost. And what a bitter defeat.
A couple of very hard men, very hardly upset. And Bobby Allison is stopped by his brother to help. There's Bobby Allison's car, number 15.
They're leading them away.
Cale Yarborough there. Very upset, very upset.